Okay, today we're going up to a little ranch called Garita. Going to be looking at some different tracks, and we just came off of Highway 12. There's a couple of miles of pavement, and then you got about 6.5 miles of this county graveled road to the properties, year-round access. They've got power to all the properties. And this just giving you an idea what Sarcillo Canyon looks like when you start driving up. Like I say, you go about 7 miles up here and then take a right to go into the ranch. You're only about 25-30 minutes from Trinidad and about 15 minutes from gas and a mom and pop grocery store along Highway 12, with about 25 minutes to 30 minutes to get up to the mountain lakes or get over to, depending on which one you go to in these mountains, the public lands around. So I'll hit this drive a little bit more before we get to the properties here, so you can see what it's like. Okay, we've come about 6 miles up the canyon. We'll be taking a right off of Sarcillo Canyon Road here pretty quick. See how the pines get taller as you go up in elevation. These properties are sitting at about 7,000 feet, just a little above. It's like perfect year-round temperature, 50-degree average in the winter time. You get the snow, but it doesn't stick around. And then summertime, average 82 degrees, 80 degrees, 82 in Trinidad, probably 80 up here. This is 1,000, about 1,200 feet higher. That's the West Spanish Peak as you're driving up. There's National Forest and Wildlife area up there, and you get to it winding through the mountains this way, or going back down to Highway 12 and going around. So when you see that, and then you can see a pond there, and there's a house up on the hill. You're gonna come up here and take a right, the next right, after crossing that cattle guard. And the Spanish Peaks Wildlife Area, one of the entrances, 2,500 acres of it, is about 3-4 miles further up the road here. You know, 15 minutes from these properties. So you take it right here. So we took a right off of Sarcillo Canyon Road, County Road 30.1. We came west out of Trinidad on Highway 12 to Sarcillo Canyon, or 30.1, and took a right. Then we come up about 7 miles and take a right into Garita. There's a sign right there too at that turnoff. And what I want to show you here is the firehouse, volunteer fire department. One of their firehouses is right here, and we take a right on that road, Spruce Lane, to go to the property. And you want to stay right. Firehouse. And then we get up here and we stay right at these mailboxes, and then that we're pretty much at the property. There you go. Stay right here, and we'll start filming property here. Okay, we're standing on track 37 in Rancho Garita. It's a 5-acre tract. We're standing at, I'm facing north now. That's east. You can see the aerial maps on the site here, but we're standing right here at where the property comes up to the road. So you got a narrow area right here for access to go in your property. It goes about 500 and something feet back in there. It's 5 acres, and so what we're gonna do is, it's actually going like this. Something like that. So we're going to basically, we're going to follow the tree line along here for this grassy area, and then I'll cut back up through into the lot so you can see these higher points where it's all covered in the tall pines. It's pretty probably going to run into a fence here at the back from what I can tell on the aerial. And you're going to have views of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains from this track too. You come in just a little bit and you can see them right through there. And when you're standing here, they look about, my glasses, about like that. Now we're continuing on. I'm staying along the tree line here like I showed you at the beginning. That's the northern boundaries, basically this splitting this little grassy area. So the bulk of the property is over here in the trees. And you can see this grassy area. So if you fence this, you could keep an animal or two. So I'm aiming it the way we're going, but this is the eastern boundary, and this is the grass area we're looking at right here. And there is fencing along that eastern boundary down below, which I'm sure there is along the southern too, as well. This is that back grass valley. Again, we're gonna walk into the trees a little bit now. Head back towards the front. Really usable ground. So we've made it to the back of the property, the southern boundary line, about right in here. There's an old fence that's laying down that connects up with the southeastern property corner down there. The eastern boundaries fence, like I say. And now we're going to walk into and then back out to the access road. There's power just a few hundred feet away from this lot as well. So year-round access. Nice and cool in here out of the sun. Now we're coming back to the front of the property. And that first little bench I was pointing out, if you put a campsite or a cabin or a home or something, you can be able to see the mountains to the west. Okay, there's the firehouse we saw when we first came in. So to get out of here, you just come out and take a left and stay left at the Y, the yield. This is the way we drove in. We're going back to Sarcillo Canyon Road. What I wanted to show you is it's really nice. This is one of my favorite drives out of here. Here's certain places where you're driving around where you get, you get to see the mountains real pretty. So again, they're bigger than what I'm showing you, but I'm trying to drive too, so. Pretty field. Lots of moisture this year. I'm not zoomed in properly, but the mountains look bigger than what you're seeing in the video. It looks real pretty stuff. Like I say, get down here, you take a left, go to Highway 12. Or you can take a right, and I've got county maps and stuff to show you all the roads up here in the county to get you to the mountains and the public lands. Like I say, the Spanish Peaks Wildlife Area is only 4 or 5 miles taking a right at this road right here. And this is Sarcillo Canyon Road. You take a left to go back down to Highway 12 to go to Trinidad. And there's the wildlife area sign. And there's what the La Garita sign looks like. Very good.